Ever notice how your dog locks eyes with you and just stares? It might seem cute or even a little unsettling sometimes, but there's so much more to it than you think. Whether they're gazing at you during dinner, while you're relaxing, or when you're deep in thought, their eyes tell a story. But what exactly are they trying to communicate? Today, we're exploring the surprising truth behind why your dog is so fixated on you. Dogs are incredibly in tune with us, even more than any other animal. They don't just rely on us for food and care, they look to us for clues about what's going on around them. Ever notice how your dog gets excited when you grab the leash? They know a walk is coming. Or when they sit and stare at you, waiting for a sign that it's playtime or treat time. That gaze isn't random. It's your dog reading you like a book, picking up on the tiniest hints of what's next. But it's not always about what they want from us. Dogs use their stares to communicate what they need to. If they're staring at you intently, it could mean they need to go outside for a potty break, or that their belly is growling for dinner. Sometimes, though, that stare can be a little sneaky. Dogs are smart. They quickly figure out that staring can get them what they want, like when they stare at you during dinner, knowing full well that those puppy eyes might score them a tasty bite. At first, they might just be curious or hopeful, but once they get a reward, even if you didn't mean to give in, they learn that this trick works. Staring becomes their go-to move to get what they want, whether it's food, attention, or playtime. When we realize why our dogs stare at us, it's a great opportunity to think about how we respond. Instead of just giving in to their gaze, like when they're eyeing your dinner, we can use this moment to teach them better ways to ask for what they want. For instance, instead of letting them beg at the table, we can train them to sit quietly in their bed while we eat, or teach them to ring a bell when they need to go outside. By rewarding these good behaviors and ignoring the staring, we're helping them understand what we'd prefer. This doesn't just stop the annoying staring, it creates a smoother, more fun way of communicating with our dogs. Over time, this leads to a stronger and more trusting relationship. Changing how we react to those big, hopeful eyes can turn a frustrating habit into a chance for a positive interaction. It helps us live in harmony with our dogs, making life together more enjoyable. By understanding what their stare means and showing them better ways to communicate, we're not just fixing a behavior issue, we're building an even deeper bond with our furry best friends. Dogs have a special way of expressing their feelings through eye contact. While a direct stare in the wild might seem as a challenge, in the comfort of your home, that soft gaze can be a powerful sign of love and trust. When you and your dog lock eyes, something magical happens. Both of you can release oxytocin, the love hormone that helps build bonds, just like it does between humans. This shows how deep the emotional connection is between you and your furry friend. Sometimes their stare isn't about wanting attention or waiting for a command. It's about connection. Your dog is showing you affection in their way. They're not just looking at you, they're reaching out, telling you they feel safe, loved, and happy to be with you. This intimate form of communication goes beyond simple eye contact. It's a beautiful reminder of how dogs have evolved over thousands of years from wild animals to cherished family members. That loving stare is proof of the incredible bond we've built with our dogs, one that transcends language and species. Sometimes your dog might just be curious about what you're up to. These naturally inquisitive creatures often find even the simplest human activities fascinating. Whether you're folding laundry, whipping up a meal, or just scrolling through your phone, your dog might be watching closely, trying to figure out the mystery behind your actions. It's not always about them wanting attention or needing something, it's just their curiosity kicking in. This curiosity highlights the bond between dogs and their human families. To them, we're their pack, and they're always eager to understand what we're doing and how it fits into their world. When your dog watches you go about your daily tasks, it's their way of learning more about human behavior. and maybe even hoping to be part of the action. It's almost like they're asking, "What's going on? And how can I join in?" Recognizing this curiosity can create special moments to strengthen your bond. Simply engaging with them, a kind word, a pat on the head, shows them they're a valued part of your life. It turns everyday activities into chances for connection and makes your dog feel even closer to you. Sometimes, when a dog stares intensely, especially around food or toys, it could be related to resource guarding. If their stare is paired with stiff posture or growling, they're not just being possessive. They're expressing a deep fear of losing something important to them. Resource guarding is a natural instinct for dogs, rooted in their need to protect valuable things like food, toys, or even their favorite resting spots. When your dog gives you that hard stare, they're trying to say, "This is mine and I'm scared it's going away." It's not about being dominant or stubborn, but rather about feeling insecure or anxious. Understanding this behavior is key to addressing it the right way. It's your dog's way of telling you they feel threatened and are ready to defend what they value. The good news is, with patience, empathy, and consistent training, you can help your dog feel safer and less likely to guard their things so fiercely. One way is by teaching them that your presence near their precious items isn't a threat, but actually something positive. You can try trading them up for something better or slowly desensitize them to having people around their favorite things. However, if this behavior is intense, it's important to proceed carefully. Sometimes working with a professional dog trainer or behaviorist is the best route to ensure safety and success. By tackling resource guarding with understanding and proper training, you'll help your dog feel more secure, and they'll no longer need to resort to staring or aggressive actions to protect their things. This not only keeps everyone in the household safe, but also strengthens the bond between you and your dog as they learn to trust you as their protector and provider. Sometimes when your dog gives you that curious stare, it's more about confusion than understanding. Even though they have sharp senses and an incredible connection with us, dogs don't always get what we're asking. They can't speak our language, and sometimes the way we act or the things happening around them can leave them a little puzzled. When your dog gives you that "what's going on" expression, they're not being stubborn or difficult. They're just trying to figure things out. It's their way of asking for a bit more clarity. If you've asked your dog to do something and all you get is a blank stare, it might not be because they're ignoring you. They might just need a little extra guidance or a clearer cue to know what you expect. So when you see that confused look, don't get frustrated. Instead, offer them another hint or break things down a bit more. Your dog is simply doing their best to understand and follow along, and sometimes they just need a little help. Sometimes when your dog stares at you, they're simply looking for direction. It's their way of asking, "What should I do next?" This is a big part of building a strong, responsive relationship with your dog. That attentive gaze is especially important during training sessions, where clear communication is key. Your dog wants to understand what you're asking, and they're relying on you to guide them. You can even encourage this behavior by teaching your dog to make eye contact with you on command, using phrases like, "Look at me," or "Watch this." This not only helps them stay focused during training, but also strengthens your bond, reinforcing your role as their leader and guide. When you reward them for making eye contact, you're showing them that looking to you for direction is a good thing and something worth doing. This behavior is a heartwarming reminder of the trust and respect your dog has for you. By recognizing and responding to their gaze, you're reassuring them that you're there to provide guidance and support, no matter what's going on. It's just another way your connection with your dog deepens, making your relationship even stronger and more meaningful. Now, you might be wondering, should you stare back at your dog? Well, the answer isn't a simple yes or no. While eye contact between you and your dog can definitely build trust and strengthen your bond, staring too intensely or for too long can send the wrong message. In the dog world, a prolonged stare is often seen as a challenge or even a threat. This could make your dog feel uncomfortable or anxious, and in some cases, it might trigger a defensive reaction. Instead of locking eyes in a fixed way, aim for soft, gentle eye contact. This approach is more in tune with the positive, loving interactions you want to nurture with your dog. During training or bonding time, use soft eye contact to show your dog that you're paying attention and that you care. If they make eye contact with you, reward them. This helps reinforce that looking to you is a good thing and part of your special connection. The goal is to build a relationship full of respect and understanding. By using eye contact wisely, you can communicate love and guidance without causing any stress. So instead of a full-on stare down, offer your dog a kind, gentle glance. It's a language they understand and appreciate. By understanding why your furry friends stare at you, you'll be able to strengthen your bond and connect on a deeper level. Does your dog stare at you today? Which of the above reasons is behind this glance? If you want to know how dogs view the world, check out this next video for a deep dive into their vision. We would love to hear from you in the comments below. Remember to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.